Hello, everybody, and happy Monday, and welcome to another live edition of Messi and Co. I'm Ashley here with, as always, my wonderful co-host Gian, and we will give people a couple minutes to come on, but we got a lot of good stuff to talk about, wouldn't you say?
Yep. What's up, everybody? Yeah, a lot of good stuff to talk about. Really fun game to talk about. Um, Man, that was fun. We were there. We witnessed it all in person, and it was certainly exciting. At least that second half was very unexpected. But man, wow, a
Yeah,
lot of fun stuff
that's a
to talk
good word
about.
to use. Unexpected, because I was thinking about it. We're very lucky. We get to sit in the press box, and it's we feel very privileged that we get to do it. But one of the caveats, one of the things that happens when you sit in the press box is that you're really not supposed to cheer loudly, because of journalistic, integrity and ethics and such. And so we're not supposed to really cheer, but everyone kind of like, when it goes like yes, or like, like, oh my God, like, we all still do those kind of features. And
You still hear the who's and ahs. I mean, with a lot of these plays, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a goal. Like some of these
yeah,
passes
yeah, yeah,
were
yeah.
incredible, and you hear the like the gasps and stuff.
The
It's pretty
gasp,
cool.
yeah, a lot of gasping in the room, and it's quiet. I mean, they have the radio color commentary playing
Yeah,
in the room, but it's not that you don't hear the crowd noise really from inside the press
yeah,
box. Like, it's pretty close. And so, everyone just and the reason I'm saying it is because I just think about how during the game every person was so surprised during the second half that I was like sitting like this, and I was like,
yeah.
I
No,
didn't
that
know
was
what to do. I just could. It was goal after goal after goal after goal. And after, a difficult first half, we were like, oh, we weren't sure it's going to end, maybe go down to the wire. We weren't sure what the lineup, like what changes were going to be made. And wow, did that game take a turn?
yeah. No. Hey, what's up, Outlaw? We got Outlaw here from Outlaw from Texas. That's cool. I appreciate you joining. Yeah, that was man. So we went down obviously in that first half, went down 1-0, and it was something that we had gotten used to, is going down early. Well, at
Had to
least this
be
time I will
ready.
say it wasn't early this time. So at least we can say that. But we were used to going down before showing up and playing. That's something that this Inter Miami team continues to struggle with, right? They kind of don't really get into the game until they're down, and it's like almost like they need some sort of motivation. Like, hey, we're too good. We've got Messi, we got Suarez. Look, just we'll give you guys a chance. Score on us first, and then we'll show up. And it's just been like
Yeah.
that the last few games. I think the last 4 games. I'm not sure past that, but I know at least the last 4 games we've gone scored on the first time. But hey, we made it out of the first 6 minutes without getting scored on for the first time in a while. So at least that was nice.
Yeah, no, agreed. And we have a couple, obviously. Hey, what's up, Black Story, AZ Rebellion, opposition scoring first had to happen. Like I showed Gian on my phone that I had a tweet ready that said 1 minute skull New York Red Bulls, and so pleasantly surprised that it didn't happen. But again, yeah, the early goal still, it took too long for us to adjust. But when we adjusted, boy, did we adjust. And I see a comment from Steve. I need to put you to shame, Gian, and start streaming from a nice location. You guys don't think this is a nice location in my little white room with my Messi jersey hanging? What do you mean? Come on,
Come on,
this
and
is
you have it blurred. You have the Messi jersey blurred.
yeah, because it's supposed to be intriguing. It's supposed to be like,
Oh,
oh, what is that?
oh, I see a 10 there.
Yeah, I
Whose
wonder who
10
that's
is that? It could
for.
be anybody's.
But no, yeah, Gian taking advantage of the nice weather today. We maybe what we can do this summer is we can work on doing some episodes, maybe some other places, maybe some live episodes, like from in location. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Yeah,
But
I'll get one for you guys. I'll be rollerblading down South Beach with the GoPro live.
perfect.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I'll do anything for you guys. You know me. Come on. I'm a man of the people.
Speaking of man of the people, Nostradamus, how did your prediction go?
Well, first off, it's Gianstradamus. And
Okay,
it
sorry.
sucks that
No, it's
only
not,
last.
because you didn't get it right.
I know. I'm saying that nickname only lasted like a day, so that kind of sucks. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I went with a bold prediction there. I went 3-0, expecting the first shutout. And I knew it was tough against a New York Red Bulls team that scored on us 4 times. But still, I had faith in the team. Hey, but look, nobody could have ever gotten 6-2. Like that's impossible, man. That was so.
It was
the streak
it
comes
was
to an end.
4-1 in like the 78th minute, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, am I gonna be right?" No, I
yeah.
wasn't.
No, my streak comes to an end. So for those of you that maybe weren't aware, I think a lot of you are. I had gone 3 games in a row getting the right score prediction, which is incredible because I threw out some crazy ones out there and I got them all right.
Yeah.
And then on the 4th one, my streak finally comes to an end. But with every end comes a new beginning,
Oh.
and I'll be right back at it this week. So
Yeah, one thing you'll see from us every preview is that we will give our predictions that mean absolutely nothing, and no one's keeping score, and they're just us talking at it from the top of our heads. So that'll never die. Don't worry. But yeah, let's talk about this game where, although we're kind of joking around, the truth of the matter is we really did not see that second half coming. And I mean, obviously in the first half we
you
felt
didn't
that there
expect
was
6 goals? What?
crazy. I tweeted, I was like, Messi only got 5 assists and 1 goal. I wish he put in a little bit more effort, for the
Yeah,
home
for real.
fans, but
What is he doing?
I know
Come on.
maybe one of these days he'll show up. But obviously we saw in the first half that the midfield was having some issues, I think, with kind of cohesiveness, being able to create spaces against the New York Red Bulls press. I even said to Gian at halftime, I'm like, I think we're gonna have to see either Ruiz or Gressel coming out. And I said for Kremaski, but in the end, what was chosen was a better choice, which was Matias Rojas coming in. But needed to see some change there, needed to see a little bit more creativity and aggression. And it's not to say that Ruiz isn't a great player. He's very young, he's bullish, and he's going to continue to grow. I just think that sometimes when he's a little too maybe aggressive but not in the right ways, it kind of leads to some openings. And same for Gressel, but Tata made the change and he was on it, and we saw Matias Rojas come in and score 2 phenomenal goals, difficult, high quality goals, and just immediately acted like he's been on this team and playing with these guys at this caliber for a very long time. I couldn't have been more impressed.
I'm so happy with Matias Rojas. Like
Oh my
so
God, yeah.
beyond happy. I mean, it's funny. One of our tweets when we first heard that Matias Rojas was coming to Inter Miami, we tweeted like a few clips of his and how he played. And one of those clips you saw, I think you saw probably like 5, 6, 7 shots from range from outside the box, just bangers. And that's exactly what he did. Like, we knew that that's something that you expected from Matias Rojas. It's something that this team needed very much too, because they don't have a lot of players that are willing to hit it from distance. And that just adds a whole nother dynamic to this team. Because a lot of this team, it's playmaking and making the nice passes into the area. But now you got a guy like Matias Rojas that adds another dynamic to the team. Defenders are going to have to watch out for that as well. And it's funny. Like, that first goal was insane, but then that second goal where
the second goal was almost
the way he
more
combines,
impressive.
the way he combines beautifully with Messi. It's funny, in the interview in the mixed room right after the game, he was asked about that goal, and he said he didn't expect it. He didn't expect it. He was looking back at Messi, and all of a sudden he looks down and the ball's at his feet. He didn't even expect that. That's how crazy that pass was. Like, the vision. I watched that play over and over again. I still don't know how, like, Messi threaded that to him perfectly. It was crazy.
I
And
don't
then
even
his
doubt
ability
him at this point.
that chip, the beautiful finish was beautiful too. Like, that was insane. So Matias Rojas,
that was a high level finish. And I mean, just even his first goal, like, to your point, Messi 95 times out of 100 gets that ball right back. But Matias Rojas kept it and was dribbling and got that shot. And even in my head, I was like, why isn't he passing it back? And then he showed me why he didn't pass it back. And you know what? That's the kind of courage you need to see, because something we had said during halftime and a point of emphasis is that people weren't playing with enough courage. They were playing, there was a lot of back passing. Everyone was, I think, nervous to make a mistake. And because of that, we weren't seeing enough cohesive forward play, and Messi and Suarez weren't getting opportunities to play in open field and make the defenders nervous. But then Matias Rojas came in, and to his credit, immediately was like, I belong. I can create just as much offense as anyone else, and it's going to be you guys just wait and see. And you know what? We did.
You know what's funny though? Like that pass from Messi. If I, I I'm interested to see what you guys think. Like that, they gave him obviously they gave Messi the assist for that, but it's like a 50% assist, 50%. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was funny that he got the assist for that, but nonetheless, without that pass, that goal doesn't happen. But hey, this makes it more difficult now on Tata. Like when Gomez comes back, and then he's obviously has Kremaski, which I think there's a debate there. Some people say Kremaski should start, some don't. I'm of the I think I'm of the opinion that Kremaski still, you don't want to rush him. We know that he's doing great. He's coming back from injury. The last thing you want to do is give him extended minutes and him to kind of re-aggravate something that it's taken him a long time to come back from. But number two, we have to remember Kremaski, the only reason he saw so many minutes to begin with as a youngster, and young guys don't see that many minutes, is because of the fact that we had so many injuries last
Yeah.
season. And he had thrown into the mix early, and Tata has talked about that as well, that a lot of these young guys, we have to remember that they are young. David Ruiz, Kremaski, you got Ian Frey. Like these guys got thrown into the mix earlier than expected. Remember, there's a whole development process to these young guys, and you can't expect so much from them. So I think that I like Kremaski, how he's being handled right now, where he's getting those minutes in the second half where he can come in fresh legs against a team that's already been playing for a while, a bit more tired, and he's been able to impact the game tremendously. And I think that at least for now, and now you've got Diego Gomez and you've got Matias Rojas, I think that that's the way it's going to continue. I don't think Remasi is going to be getting a lot of starting minutes, at least maybe until moments like Copa America, where you're going to have Gomez out. You're probably going to have Matias Rojas out too. He's going to be playing for Paraguay as well. I've read
Yeah.
some articles where in Paraguay they're expecting him to go as well. So those are the games where I think you'll see more Kremaski minutes. But when those guys are on the field, I think Kremaski is coming in the second half, and he's done great so far coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I also would say that, like Julian Gressel and Robert Taylor haven't done enough in the last few weeks where I think I am like they're undroppable. Like, I not that they did something particularly wrong. And I see I see a lot of the comments here about Gressel, and it's fair to a point because I said this to Gian at the game. I said in the first half, I was watching Gressel and I didn't feel like he was finding the spaces that we needed him to find in order to facilitate the ball getting from the defense to Messi. And I don't know if it was just because of the press for Red Bulls. I don't know if it's because also, Cello, I don't think had his best game, even though he's been great for us. I don't think he had necessarily his best game. But all of those things added up. I didn't see, I think, a crazy amount where I would say, no, Matias Rojas or Kremaski don't deserve to start, because we already have our 11 or our solidified midfield 3. I don't feel that way. And so I think it will be interesting to see, Saturday, and we're not quite there yet, but to see if any of those changes do happen from the start, because we lost to Montreal in the first game we played them in Miami, and it's an important game to continue trying to create the gap. And then only 3 days after that is the it's the Florida Derby in Orlando, which is going to be a very difficult game. And so I'm curious to see if we do see a little bit of movement there, because I think that Rojas deserves to start, and I can see him starting in place of Robert Taylor, and I could also see Kremaski starting in place of Julian Gressel or Ruiz. I don't know. It's there's a lot of unknowns right now.
Yeah, I think that people are going to be disappointed because I don't think Russell's going to lose his starting position. I really don't. I think that he's been a guy that trusts a lot, and I think that what he's being asked to do, he's doing it. He's not going to add what some people want. It's just not what he's being asked to do, and I think that Tata's going to keep him in. I think that the only way I think that Gressel is not starting is if Matias Rojas somehow starts for Gressel, and it's because Robert Taylor is starting, Suarez is starting, Messi starting, and then in the midfield it's going to be Gomez, Busquets, and Gomez, Busquets, and Redondo, and then no, actually, Yeah, it'll be Busquets, Gomez, Redondo, and then Matias Rojas will start on the left wing. So that's the only way I think where you won't see Gressel start. But until that lineup is fully healthy, those guys are fully healthy. I think Gressel's. I can't see Kremaski starting over Gressel. Not the way things have been going right now. Not that I wouldn't want to, but
Could see
to me,
Kremaski starting over Ruiz and Rojas starting over Robert Taylor. I could see that happening because, like, yeah, to your point, I think Gressel, he missed a golden opportunity to score. He didn't take it. He had one great in the first half, a great long ball switch of play that I was like, wow, we need more of that. But every time, it just because I know he has it in him, and that's why I said even early in the season I thought he played really, really well. I just think recently he's been playing a little timid. He's been playing like he's not finding enough of the powerful spaces and doing it, but he brings a lot of stability. And I see a couple comments about that. And when you have even, for example, Ruiz, or you have, a Robert Taylor or Suarez who play in like sometimes like this, right? Like where they can shoot up, but then sometimes there are some gaps that occur. Gressel doesn't do that. He doesn't really lose position. He doesn't do anything so crazy where he makes a ginormous mistake and costs a goal. But at the other time, he doesn't bring the spectacular. So, we've had this conversation a lot, and I'm until either we see a big change in play or a big change in the personnel, I'm sure it's going to keep coming up, and we'll just have to wait and see. So I'll tell you this. It's the least thing I'm worried about after what was an incredible 6-2 victory without Jordi Alba, without Redondo, and without Gomez. Without them three, it
we
was
scored 6 goals without them. Those three. That's
so,
insane.
what I learned from this game, to move subjects, is that there's no reason Inter Miami should not win the MLS championship this year. We're
Yeah,
better than every team on any day. We're
by
better.
far. By far, we're better than every team. I mean, I think
But
their
that's not
team.
always how sports works. But it's what I think is that there's no team that can beat us if we're all there.
Yeah, this team's on a roll. The only thing that can maybe, I don't know. I think that in the standings we're good right now. Obviously, I think that one of the things that can mess us up is obviously Copa America and the standings. But as far as that, whether we're at home or whether we're playing away right now, I'm not really afraid of any team. As long as Inter Miami's defense can continue, playing. They don't have to be the best defense because the offense is just top notch right now for Inter Miami. But if Inter Miami's defense can be a bit above average or
Yeah.
even average, I think they're okay. As long as they're not subpar or below average defense in MLS, then I think that Inter Miami, there's no team that can beat them right now. Now I feel like everybody feels the same right now. If Messi's on your team, there's nobody that can beat you. Like there's absolutely nobody that can beat you right now. That's the thing, though. Like,
And Suarez too, who we got to talk
yeah,
about because, broken knees, 38, whatever, you can give as many lists as you can. He got 3 goals and it in like 3 seconds. And it's what are really some of them very difficult finishes. Just did it with his eyes closed. Like Luis Suarez is still, when it's all said and done, I think a top 10, maybe top 15, it can certainly be within the argument, but 10 to 15 best number 9s of all time in
you
the
know what?
history of the sport.
After seeing that, I think, and again, now there are talks about it, that he could possibly go to Copa America as well. He could be called up.
For Uruguay, because Darwin Nunez, who is their starting number
He's their
9,
starter, but then they're going to
has
need
had some
someone.
difficulty in
Yeah.
Liverpool. Yeah.
No, but I don't think he's not going to start. The starter is
No.
Darwin Nunez,
Yeah.
but they're going to have to bring an experience. They always like to bring an experience forward to the
And
squad. And it's
Bielsa,
going
the
to be,
coach, is going to want that
yeah,
too.
it's going to be him or it's going to be Cavani. I don't think it'll be both, but there's a good argument to have Suarez now. So, I mean, if you really think about it, this Copa America, we could be very, very thin. So the better we do and the more goals we score, it means the less players we have for Copa America.
That's true. I mean, but to at least to the credit of what we were talking about and what we'll hopefully see as the squad, why have we gotten depth in certain positions? Like, we have Campana, we have Robert Taylor, we have Kremaski, You know, we have enough. We have Gressel, who's not going to be going. You know, we have. Oh my God, I'm doing it again. What I don't know why I'm having such a blank with the name of the young Brazilian. Why can't I
From
remember his
where?
name?
From where?
On our wing, Brazilian.
Oh, is you're talking about Casas or are you
Alfonso.
not talking about Casas?
No, I'm talking about
Are you talking about Alfonso?
Alfonso. Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't think.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm having such a brain block. But even, you know, Alfonso, and then and yeah, so we have enough to I think get some results. I don't think we're going to win every game when they're gone, and that's understandable. But yeah, Luis Suarez reminded us, even though, you know, he's scored a lot of goals already this year and he's had some really good games, but just in 2 minutes, if you give him an inch of space in the penalty box, like, he's going to score. It's
Well,
not even close. Like, his
hey,
eyes, the two of those three finishes were like, I mean, insane finishes. This scissor kick ish thing that he did, and then the second goal where he went around the goalkeeper, or excuse me, the third goal went around the goalkeeper, and it was on the touchline. He scored that goal, like an impossible angle, and his eyes weren't even open. Like, those are goals he can do with his left foot when he's not looking. Like, that's how good of a finisher Luis Suarez is.
yeah. I mean, I think, and him being in the right spots, like we talked about that recently about Campana, right? And him not
Yeah,
scoring as of late, maybe getting less minutes. Like, you have to expect Campana not to get the same amount of minutes now that you've got a guy like Suarez. But at the same time, Campana hasn't put himself in the right positions like Suarez is. Like, he was able to read Messi. He knows Messi so well. That one where Messi hangs on the left side, right by the box, and he's just, you know, waiting, and then he placed that beautiful pass for Suarez to scissor in. Like, he knew that he was expecting that pass from Messi the entire
yeah,
time. Then that beautiful give and go pass that I think, was it his first goal, was it, or the second one? That one where he combined with Messi, and that give and go pass. He, I mean, him and Messi are just so in tune. It's crazy. And
yeah,
I was actually going to tweet out, and I'll tweet it out later. We had taken some video of the warm-ups where Messi and Suarez, they're together every time. It's always them.
yeah,
It's Messi and Suarez. Nobody else on that warm-up where they do the give and go warm-up down the line.
yeah.
They do that every game. And I wanted to tweet because it is a mirror image of that goal. It's crazy.
Crazy.
I'll tweet that out. It was just like in practice. They did the same thing that they do in practice. So I mean, Suarez is one of the best number nines, but the fact that he's so in tune, he can read Messi. Messi can read him. They know where they're supposed to be. They know what each are going to do. There's no player that you can replace him with right now. And I think that, you know, you look at Giroud, you look at other players that you're like, oh man, they can come in, but they're not going to. It's the familiarity with Messi that makes him
Yeah.
indispensable right now for
Yeah.
Inter Miami.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, you know, Suarez, so just a hat trick in what felt like a minute and a half, and just great goals.
Remember
He
there were
seems to be
people
having
that
a lot of
were
fun.
people that were second guessing Suarez
How dumb
here
of
in
them.
Inter Miami. Remember where there
Yeah.
were people that are saying, no, he's too old, his knees, no, he's not going to be able to withstand all the games here in MLS and all this stuff. Oh, like, man, has
Yeah, I
he
mean,
proven
even
them
look,
wrong?
he even has surprised me because I in the beginning I was like, he looks slow and tired, but I was one of the naive ones because immediately it's not like, you know, it's amazing. And so he deserves it. But someone else who we should talk about, who is the namesake of this show, and we haven't really, you know, gone in yet with what we're gonna say, but of the 6 goals scored, Lionel Messi was involved in every single one of them. He had 5 assists and 1 goal, bringing his total of the season to 22 goal contributions, leading the league by far, breaking records. He had broken his own record 3 times within the night of getting to the 1200 goal involvements, and then 1201, and then 1202, and then 1203, just because he kept doing it. And it needs to be said that, you know, as long as he comes back from Copa America and plays, and everything is good, he's going to win MVP of the year, and he's going to continue to break records at an unbelievable rate. And I don't have anything to say because what looks like the first half was tough. He comes in and all of a second in 3 minutes we're winning, and he's just an absolute maestro
I think he's won 3 man of the matches
in a row. Yeah,
or no or something like that. But he's just winning all these MLS awards. Like
I know.
it almost seems unfair. I feel bad. I feel bad. Excuse me. I feel bad vote Messi on these things because it's like it's every
No.
week. It's who else is gonna win? Like if Messi's on the on the pitch, like what other player is gonna win? But it's crazy. So Lionel Messi set a new single MLS record with 5 assists and 6 goal contributions last night. He now has 22 goal contributions in 675 minutes.
I know,
So
and that's with him missing a bunch of games. Like,
yeah,
can you
that's
guys
him
imagine
missing.
what he would be like if he didn't miss those games?
So yeah, Carlos Vela's season record is 49 goal contributions. So Messi's at 22. Messi can possibly break that record of 49 goal contributions. So I mean, that's going to be exciting. This he's not going to stop breaking records this season. And it's just, man, you just really have to appreciate what he's doing this season and not take any of it for granted. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, just the caliber he's playing at is just it's unbelievable. And he looks great. Like he's throughout the whole game, he doesn't seem like he's in any pain and he's moving at a great rate and he could keep going and going. And as the game builds, so does he. And it's just been yeah, like you said, I mean, we don't want to take it for granted, but we're there and like I said in the press box, everyone just really has their mouth open because it is we know it's going to happen and yet it's still just you can't believe it what you're seeing.
It's the Messi show. Like everybody was here for Formula One, right? So it's full of press from all over
Yeah,
the world, from all over the US, from everywhere. And the press box this time was so full.
yeah,
Everybody that was here for Formula One took advantage to go see Messi play. And man, did they get a treat?
a
That was
crazy,
incredible.
yeah,
Yeah, people from all over the place. A lot of people from New York as well. So
yeah,
it was really fun, and it was crowded. Like the
yeah,
fans, like it was a
yeah. It was
jam
a full
packed
house,
house.
amazing energy.
It was a full house. The weather was beautiful, which was nice. I actually enjoyed it. I'm wondering how the weather is gonna be like for these next few games. I hope we know that it's rainy season here in Inter Miami, not in Inter,
Yeah,
at Miami.
and
So
Inter
I'm
Miami,
more
yeah.
at Inter Miami. But it's the weather here, it's getting to rainy season. I hope the weather continues to be nice. We've had some really nice games as of late.
Agreed. Yeah, and I mean, the world is our oyster with this team and with the games we have coming up. We play DC United, we play Montreal, we play Orlando. We should get 9 points from all 3 games, and
Yes,
keep increasing the goal differential as much as possible.
it's Montreal this weekend, right? So that makes
Montreal
it,
this weekend, yeah.
and imagine those are the two teams that whooped their butts.
Yeah.
Obviously, New York 4-0. Montreal not so much. They didn't whoop our butts, but they did score 3 on us. I think we lost 3-2 on that one. So we have the opportunity to go back to back, beating the only two teams that
Yeah.
beat us this season. Wouldn't that be a statement? That'd be a big statement for us. So I think that's going to be important to win these two. Because who's after Montreal?
Orlando's next Wednesday. It's 3 games in 1 week. And then I'm pretty sure DC. I'm pretty sure you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's DC.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Yeah, and look, Rojas I think is going to be getting himself into the starting lineup. We got the chance to talk to him after the game and I asked him and I said basically, watching him play with the left foot and just how his complete, his confidence and his technical ability. I'm like, we can see that you have some sort of Messi-like qualities to you. What are you, hoping to learn from him and from Suarez? You're getting really 2 of the best
Yeah.
goal scorers in soccer history that you get to basically pick their brains and watch them work every single day. And he's like, I want to learn everything. I'm going to watch and see everything. And he's played what, like 45 minutes and he's, or
Okay. Can you guys? Is it just me that's frozen, or did Ashley freeze? You guys can let me know. Ash is gone. Okay. Oh no, there she is. Okay,
Sorry.
she's back. She's back. They
Sorry.
thought you
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
abducted. We all got scared here. We're all freaking
Abducted.
out. Yeah, we thought you got abducted. We thought
Oh,
you
sorry.
went
Yeah, I think it was
behind
my
the blurry
Wi-Fi.
background and we couldn't see you. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. You're back.
Sorry about
That was
that, but
scary.
that was you know what I was saying.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
yeah, he's learning from the best.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Everyone's
that's
saying Ashley in the chat. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm here. I promise.
you scared us. Don't you ever do that again.
Okay, I'm
Actually, don't
sorry.
ever do
Let
that.
me
You
call
really
AT&T.
you really scared us. You really scared us. But yeah, so I mean, I think the same thing goes. That was a great question for Matias that you posted him, and yeah, he's learning from the best. He's learning from Messi. He's learning from Suarez, and I think that that's one of the things that is becoming really attractive for these young guys that are coming from South America that are hoping to get better at the game, to gain visibility, so that other teams in Europe can then look at them and hopefully they can make that big step from these leagues to Europe. And that's why guys like Gomez came to MLS, which we know he's gotten offers already from teams like Brighton in the Premier League. That's why really good players like Redondo, like now like Matias Rojas, these are guys that want to come to Miami because they know all eyes are on Inter Miami. Some of
Yeah.
these guys might not even have been called to play with the national teams if they weren't in Miami and everybody wasn't looking at them. And Messi, Messi elevates everybody's game. He makes everybody look 10 times better. So I think that that's going to be something that we'll see this season. We'll see this summer if there are any transactions that happen going to next summer. So while Messi is here, we're going to see top young talent from other leagues come here so that they can learn from the best and then make the move up to the bigger leagues. And I think that's exciting because we're going to see a lot of really good talent that are maybe even taking less money just to come and play here for
Yeah.
Miami.
Agreed. And I mean, look now, especially with Matias Rojas and with the fact that Gomez is hurt, that may be really interesting this summer to see what happens because, I don't want to say you have a replacement, but, now Kremaski, Ruiz, Gressel, Redondo, Busquets, Rojas that all can now play. And Gomez, while he would, I think, if healthy, be in the starting three, if they can get great value for him to a young team in Europe, it could be possible. And here's another comment. This is a great thing. We haven't even brought it. So that's just something to think about because they're going to be playing without him. And Rojas obviously is playing already at an incredibly high level. There are no more injuries, and the Inter Miami get offered something good for Gomez. I think that could happen more so than I did a few weeks ago. But we'll have to wait and see. I hope not because he's great. But this is a business, and like we said, we have a lot of other players that we get, and sometimes there are prices you have to pay. A player we may get maybe is Angel Di Maria, who is another list of the long list of Argentinian besties of Lionel Messi that may be joining this team. And nothing is final yet, but he obviously he's not going to stay at Benfica another year. And he is not going to go play in Argentina, which was potentially what was going to happen. And so, the noise starts to begin. Well, where does he know people that he may want to go and play where they speak Spanish? Where?
Yeah. No, I look, I would love to have Di Maria. Di Maria still playing really good soccer over in Benfica. The thing with, as far as Benfica, from what I've heard, is that he does want to renew. But again, there's
I don't think
different
they're going to
sources.
pay him, right? That's
They're
the
different.
issue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see if he's offered, and that's the thing. They don't know yet if he's going to be offered another year. But I think that the idea is that he did want to play another year at Benfica. He's having a good season there. He's been playing good. But if he doesn't, look, this very much seems real. He could really be here in Inter Miami as soon as this summer.
Yeah. And
I
also
would love,
Nacho from Real Madrid as a defender.
yeah. Well, yeah, but so there's some tough things that can happen there, especially because of how the roster rules are with the MLS. We have to remember that they're very strict with their roster rules. Right now, I believe it's Messi, Leo Campana, and who else is the other DP? Messi, Leo Campana, and I think is it Suarez, if I'm not mistaken. So what
Yeah.
happens is there'd have to be a lot of gymnastics that have to happen to be able to get a guy like Nacho, or depending on how much.
You think Nacho would be a
Di Maria.
DP? I don't know if he'd be a DP.
I don't know. That's why it doesn't. I don't know how that would work. But all I know is this: if Gomez does go out, right, and we send him out, then that would facilitate a lot of different things that we can do, because
he's an under 21 DP
if he
spot
goes out,
and an
then
international spot. Yeah.
I could very much see Leo Campana maybe being on the move as well, because one of the reasons Leo Campana is on this squad and as a DP right now is he facilitates the fact that he's 23. He opens up another slot at the U22 position, which is being used right now on Diego Gomez. So if Diego Gomez leaves, then at that point you can move Leo Campana, and that kind of changes something. So there's a lot of dominoes that would have to fall in place depending on how much Di Maria wants. Now, if he doesn't require max money, then then that would make it easier. But we've got a lot of wings, so that would require some movement too. Robert Taylor might leave, Diego Gomez might leave, but
I agreed. I think that and here I'm going to ask the chat. I want everyone to tell us right now, if you could only have one, and let's say that it could be either, and there won't be any changes in the roster or anything like that. Like, we are able to get one of this player, and it may be for a price of a Gomez or Campana or something like that. If you could get either Nacho as a center back or Di Maria as a wing, what would you prefer? If you could only get one of those players, and you can get either, right? Roster rules and everything works out, you can get either of those players. Who do you think would be more beneficial for this Inter Miami team? That is what I want to see in the comments, because I think I'll be interested to see what people say. And I also, here's a comment. Busquets is the DP, not Suarez.
Yeah,
Suarez is here on the TAM, which is
it's
makes sense.
Sergio, Campana, Messi, and then your U22s are Tomas Aviles. You got Facundo Farias, that's obviously out right now. Diego Gomez, Redondo, and then Emerson Rodriguez, that doesn't count as well. So basically, it's Gomez, Redondo, and Aviles. Those are your U22. So if Diego Gomez leaves the team, then that'll definitely change things and allows you to mess around with Leo Campana more, which would then open up more spots for you.
So far I'm looking and I see Black Story. Sorry, you're on your own with this one, it seems. You have Nacho, but we have 6 other comments that are saying Di Maria. Yeah, here's what I think. I'm curious what you have to say, Gian, but I'll say this. With center back, if Aviles or Freire is hurt, then immediately, and we're going to see it on Saturday because Aviles has yellow card accumulation. If one of them doesn't play, how much does it impact the team? How big of a drop is it? That's what I'm curious about, because having someone like Nacho would make a huge difference in what is sometimes a difficult part of the game, which is our defense. But what Di Maria brings is scored a World Cup winning goal, scored a didn't he score the winner in Copa America last time? Wasn't it his goal that he scored against Brazil, the 1-0? So I think that's 2 finals in a row for Argentina that he scored a goal. He is still an absolute monster, and hard to turn that down.
Look, it's 2 different questions. It's what do we need?
That's why he said
and
it.
What
You
do
can
we
only
want?
choose one. You're playing FIFA. You can only choose one.
What do we need and what do we want? That's what do we need? We need defense over another winger.
But what do we want?
Or what do I want? I want to see Di Maria on this team. That's what I want.
Imagine you have a front 3 of Di Maria, of Suarez, and Lionel Messi in the year 2024.
100%. I'm taking Di Maria all day. Hey, look, this is something I actually wanted to mention too, which is
Nacho from Real Madrid. Yes.
So look, one thing that hasn't been talked about enough is the fact that Romero, not Chiqui Romero. Chico Romero is somebody that I don't think it'd be nice to have him. He's still young enough, especially for a goalkeeper. But right now, I think that Calendar they still have confidence in him. But I'm going Angel Di Maria all day.
Me too.
Even though we need defense, if you can somehow figure out a way to get both, again, that would be contingent on just other moves being made. But there's another guy.
Realistically, if you get rid of Gomez, that opens up a U22 spot, and that opens up a DP spot, right? And TAM. And so let's say you can move someone down to that spot. You now have a new DP spot. Look, I think that if Jorge Mas and Chris Henderson are in the boardroom and they're hearing we can get Nacho or some amazing, some defender, some strong player from Europe, and Angel Di Maria, you are going to have to get rid of Gomez, who we're going to get money for, and Campana. What are you going to do?
I think we're losing Ashley again, guys, but don't freak out. Don't freak out. She'll be back.
No, I'm here.
You
can
are?
hear
Okay.
it?
No. You were freezing or I was. But
Okay. Well, I said if Chris Henderson was able to say you get a defender like Nacho or Sergio Ramos and Angel Di Maria, but you have to get rid of Gomez, who you give to Europe, and maybe Campana or Suarez. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take it.
yeah. Look, I want to be the first to say this before, in case it happens, okay? And you haven't really heard too much about this. Guess who's leaving and will be a free agent when his contract expires this summer from Europe? A top defender that I would love to see at Inter Miami. Can you guys guess? Just guess. Top defender,
What league?
French Premier League, from one of the big teams.
Is it Rafael Varane?
Yep.
No, he's going to Saudi Arabia. I think he's going for that money.
Him. Okay. I want to see him at Inter Miami. If we can get Varane at Inter Miami, bro, that is a guy that nobody has talked about. There's rumors and gossip, but nobody has talked about him at Inter Miami, and I would love to see him.
Yeah, because I think him and his agent made it very clear that he's going to Saudi Arabia if he goes anywhere.
I haven't seen that, but maybe it's true. But I don't know.
Maybe you're right.
I will maintain hope that he can make a way here. He's young still. I think he's
just injury.
He's 31. He's 31, but man, what an upgrade that would be. That would solidify.
And also, I mean, look, he's older, but Sergio Ramos is not gonna. I don't think he's gonna stay at Sevilla, and I think he's going to move. And I think he wants to move to MLS, and I could see that too. And look, you asked me what I'd do there. I'd take Sergio Ramos starting in our defense tomorrow. So, but we don't want to be a team that is just all older people that are, we don't. But at the same time, okay, I'll do it this year. If we're gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Look at what we're seeing. Look at the level of play we saw on Saturday. Does that look like a bunch of old players? No, it looks like people who are still freaking winners.
Well, I think most of our team is young. If you really think about it, yeah, I think we've got a really good mix of experience and talent. Like when you really look at our starting, like our best 11, we've got a lot of young talent, and you've got a good mixture. Yeah, you've got Suarez and Messi up top that are, on the older side, but then you've got Tua. But then you've got Gomez.
That's a Miami joke.
Yeah. You got Gomez, Redondo, Matias Rojas, you got Aviles, you got Chelo. Like, you've got young guys, and I think that's good. Ramos can definitely organize and teach to organize in the back line. Not a fan, but he can do that. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some good guys. I think all of those guys would be good. Varane, Sergio Ramos, even Thiago Silva. Who?
Sergio
Roberto. Wait, I think he's gonna play another season at Barca, but he'd be good to come over as well. There's a lot of guys that are there, but I don't know. I don't know. There might be just one more move that's gonna happen this summer, maybe two, depending again on who leaves the squad. But I'm kind of content with how we are right now, to be honest with you. Like I can ride with these guys that are on our squad right now.
Agreed. And I mean, look, it's been a really Sergio Roberto, sorry. It's been a really great couple of weeks for this team and for what we've been seeing. It's been consistency in our defense and our attack. And look, when Messi and Suarez are healthy, but especially Messi, when Messi's healthy, I'll take our chances. And we got to keep riding it and keep going. But it'll be really fun to see how this team continues to grow and evolve. And like we said, in this summer, There probably will be one or two more shakeups. I think it probably will be at the cost of players we really like. Like it could be at the cost of Gomez. It could be at the cost of Campana or Robert Taylor. It could be. I'm not, we don't know for sure, but especially with Matias Rojas here and especially with Kremaski coming back, I feel pretty strongly that if Inter Miami can get a lot of value out of Diego Gomez, they're going to do it because they're going to have to. And while I don't want it to happen, and I hope he finishes the season with us, it's definitely, it's something to look out for because you just don't know. You don't know who's going to be available, who's on the chopping block, what they need to do to not, this year is obviously the priority. But look, next season we'll also be in CONCACAF Champions Cup. We'll also be in all of these tournaments. And I think we should have one more year of Messi. And so, who knows what the plan is for the next 18 months. It's I'm sure something they're really working on.
Yeah, I think we're in a really good place right now. Again, I think with any team, you're always going to find spots where you can get better at. You can't ever have a perfect team. There aren't many perfect teams. I mean, Real Madrid kind of looks pretty perfect now, but but there aren't many perfect teams out there.
Yeah. Can we get Jude Bellingham? Is he available?
Is Jude Bellingham? Oh boy, I'd really like to have Jude Bellingham.
Is Vinicius Jr. available?
Oh my god,
maybe not.
No, but yeah, I think we're in a good spot. So I wanted to. There's a couple of things I want to just mention. All right, look, guys, this is our new microphone. Just wanted to show you guys. So we're really happy about this one. So for our player interviews, this will be the new mic. What do you guys think? Look, I'm gonna see.
Cool, right? We got custom made. Now when we do the interviews, the post-game interviews, the players see Messi and Co. We're not playing around.
Yeah, so we're excited about this one. It looks really cool. Yeah, don't Skylar, that I won't talk too much about Real Madrid. I'm not the biggest fan. So my apologies for saying a bad word there. I didn't mean to say Real Madrid. Sorry. But so that's one thing. Another thing, we're excited, and I think we mentioned this a few weeks ago, but we're excited. We're working on right now to be accredited.
Wait. Drum roll.
Oh yeah. We're working on getting our accreditation for. Is that even a word? Accreditation. I don't know if I'm pronouncing something in Spanish into English, but we're trying to get our credentials rather for Copa America. So we're working on that right now, so we can bring you guys all through June and through July. We can get you guys Copa America coverage. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to do a lot of episodes. We'll do a whole preview on Copa America. And we're hoping to go to a lot of the games, get you guys some interviews and stuff like that. So we're just excited and wanted to announce that ahead of time. So
it's going to be here. It's going to be in, there's a lot of games being played in Miami, but it's also, it's going to be played in North America. As we know, we obviously know Messi is going to be playing in it. We'll probably see a couple other, maybe we'll see Luis Suarez. Maybe we'll see, maybe Kremaski gets, I know he's not going to go to the U.S. team. Never mind. That'd be a little too much, but we'll see. Maybe Matias Rojas we'll see playing for Paraguay. We, it'll be really exciting. Gomez too. There's a lot of Inter Miami teams involved, and also obviously we know we have a lot of, fans from Latin America, from Central America, from North America that watch this channel and want to see more coverage, and that's what we're going to do. So we're really, really excited about it. Let us know in the comments what kind of coverage you want to see, like what kind of episodes do you want us to talk about? Do you want us to maybe do episodes where we focus on maybe each group we can talk about, in the group stages, breaking down the teams in each group, just the overall preview of the whole tournament, players to watch, all that kind of stuff. It'll be really exciting.
I think we need to do an episode on who's gonna be left for Inter Miami to play with during Copa America, because it's looking like slim pickings.
Let's say really quick, who's our starting 11 during Copa America? Let's
okay. I think I'm gonna have to try out, because I don't know if we have enough players. Like I'm going to the gym, I'm working out, I'm doing squats, like I'm trying to get ready because I gotta try out.
I'm not, my knee can't handle it. I'm just saying it now.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna play. Like, okay, so calendar. Do we know if he's gonna get called up? I don't know. I know he gets.
I don't know, but even if he does, I don't know if he'll go, because he's obviously the third choice, and I don't know. Like, with this point in the season, I know he's working on his renewal. He hasn't had the best couple of weeks. I think he'll stay.
Well, our defense is gonna look the same, so I don't think we have any issues at defense. Now in the midfield, you're not gonna have Matias Rojas. You're not gonna have Diego Gomez. I know Redondo is probably going to the Olympics, but that's later. That's after Copa America. I don't know if he's going to be called up. So I think we'll still have Redondo.
Yeah, I
So
don't
we'll have
think and he's going to be
Redondo.
working his way back in, so I don't think
Yeah.
so.
So I think we'll have Redondo. I think we'll have Busquets. We'll have Redondo, Busquets. We'll have David Ruiz. We'll have Gressel. Um,
Gramaski.
we'll have Kremaski. So that'll probably look like Ruiz, Gressel, and Busquets probably.
With a
I mean,
little plus or minus, but yeah.
yeah. And then up front we'll have Messi's not going to be there. Suarez, there's a chance he might not be there, so it could be Taylor, Campana, and that'll open up a spot for maybe Kremaski to play at up top.
Or Alfonso.
Or Alfonso.
Or what I could really see happening is you keep Robert Taylor, you have Campana in the center, and on the right you have Gressel as the right wing, and you have Kremaski playing with Ruiz and Busquets. But we'll get there. But the point is, to your point, it's not going to be perfect, but I'd say at least 7 of the 11 that normally start will continue to start. But obviously, when the ones you're missing is Matias Rojas or Luis Suarez or Messi, yeah, that makes that those are big ones to miss. But we have enough where I think that we can get a couple results. A couple will not go our way, but a couple will, and as long as we can keep moving our lead as is, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, and that's going to be important for us to take advantage of all these games. Like Michael's saying, like you need to take advantage of all these games before Copa America and continue building this cushion that you have, because it's going to be tough. This team has shown already, and it's expected. I think every team, even Barcelona, without Messi, struggled. Right? When you have Messi, you depend on him, and things change when he's not on the pitch. We know if Messi's not going to be here for Copa America, things might not look as easy as they have looked the past 4 games. And especially in the offensive side, right? We've seen Miami kind of struggle to string passes together in their playmaking, being creative. So if Messi's gone, you got to make sure you take care of business before he leaves. And then I think it'll be a big question mark with Matias Rojas, because if Matias Rojas is also gone, that makes it tough. But if Messi's gone and Matias Rojas is still
Is
here,
Miguel Almiron available or is he hurt?
No, I think Almiron's going. So
because I was gonna say if he's available, that he's gonna be chosen over Matias Rojas. So I wonder. That's just kind of thinking out loud.
But I think Matias Rojas still goes though. Like Almiron is
still in the roster, yeah.
But I think Matias Rojas. But that'll be the question mark, because that'll help the team a lot if Matias Rojas
Alexis
doesn't
Sanchez,
end up going.
I imagine, is going. Oh no, he plays for Chile.
Yeah.
No, Chile.
No.
Chile.
Who?
Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, he plays for Chile.
Chile. Okay. Here's really quickly a question, because this is a good question. Maybe and it's understandable that not everyone knows what this is. So, obviously, every 4 years is the World Cup, right? Where you get 64 teams that are chosen through qualifications to play against each other to be the world champion. After the World Cup is every 4 years, but every 2 years outside of that, which also is every 4 years, meaning every 2 years is this different tournament, is that there are continental country tournaments that are also, big trophies and prizes that happen every 4 years. The most famous one is that in Europe is the Euros that happens every 4 years. And like Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, obviously this is a Messi podcast, but Ronaldo won with Portugal in 2012. And that was kind of, one of those mountains he was trying to climb. France won it in 2016. Italy won it in 2020. And most, I'd say like at least 60 to 70% of the top players in Europe who play in the Premier League, League One, La Liga, they play in that tournament during the summer. And in North America, or in this side of the world, we have Copa America, which is the same thing every 4 years, the same time as the Euros, where you have teams from South America, or it's actually, it was only South America, but now because it's taking place in North America, it's also North America, but it's South America, it's Central America, and it's North America. So the US, Canada, Mexico, and then in South America, you have Brazil, you have Argentina, you have Colombia, you have etc. And they play in this big tournament that is like a mini World Cup. And with that, it's going to most likely be Lionel Messi's last real. I mean, we'll see what the World Cup look. If he continues to play at this form and he continues to stay with Inter Miami, there's no reason he won't play in 2026, to be completely honest. But for all intents and purposes, this could be his last major international tournament with Argentina.
Can we get a round of applause for Ashley's explanation of Copa America, please? Everybody, please. I'd like to see
That
claps.
was right, wasn't it? Isn't that how you would explain it?
That was really good. That was really good.
Yeah.
I just hope everybody appreciates that beautiful rendition of
Thank you.
of what Copa America is. But yeah, so gotta take advantage.
Portugal 2016, not 2012. It was Portugal and France won the World Cup, and then but you know, it was still close enough.
Okay, so one of the things that's important is we want to try to get this video out to as many fans as possible. So the way that we do that is we like the video. So if you guys can, the little thumbs up right next, I think it's the bottom left-hand corner. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. The little thing costs nothing. It's completely free. And it just kind of helps in the YouTube algorithm. So we want to try to get this out to as many people as possible. Fun episode with you guys. So I just want to make sure everybody gets to see it. So again, we'll give it a few seconds. Hit the like button. That's going to help us a lot. Also, there's a lot of stuff Ashley and I are talking about in the background in regards to this Messi and Co. show and a lot of things we want to start doing for you guys. So we're excited. We've got a lot of things in the works for you, and we'll probably have some announcements as the weeks go on. But we want to make this fun, a space for you guys to really be able to interact with each other, be able to share your opinions, and get a lot of like really cool content that we're working on. So I'm excited to announce that within the next few weeks, but there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that Ashley and I are working on. But we're truly grateful for you guys. Really, man. This is like this is a
awesome.
blast.
I mean, look, we had over 200 viewers like nonstop for the last hour, and it's just like, yeah, everything Gian said is correct. We just freaking love doing this. And whether we have 2 viewers, 200, 2,000, 20,000, we really love it. And all the things I've learned from this community, all the things you guys are saying, it's been fantastic. And we're going to keep growing, and we will be back with a preview episode later this week. And then, because it's a away game, Saturday night, we will be having a live post-game stream. 100%, as soon as the game's over, we will be doing a live stream, or at least I will 1,000% be available to do a live stream. I won't speak for Gian, but we're going to, and we have more content coming. Make sure you're following us on Twitter/X. Make sure you're following us on TikTok, Messi and Co. 5 Reasons Sports. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. And have your notification set, and just share the word, spread the gospel of Messi and Co. And we'll keep going. So thank you all for watching.
Yep. Before we go, I just want to answer this last one, and then we go. I don't like leaving these questions out here. What are the chances that Campana gets traded, sold at the summer? I think it really has to do with if any of the U22s are on the move, because they need Campana to stay as a DP in order, because he's 23, to open up that extra U22 spot. So if Diego Gomez, for example, is on the move, which he's been rumored to have some contract offers already on the table, then that could open up the move for Campana. So I think it's really contingent on that. Unless that happens, he's not leaving.
So we'll see.
Oh, and that rule is changing. So yeah, there's a lot of rules that could be changing. But with that, I think we're done for today. We're super happy. We're thankful for you guys joining. And again, you'll see us this week with some more episodes. Oh, last thing. Actually, I almost forgot. Tomorrow, if you guys watched our latest episode, we had a really good episode on a new book that's going to be released, right? So actually, I don't know if you want to maybe explain it to them.
Yeah, it's a great point. Really quickly, a book coming out. It's called World Cup 2022 Road to Eternal Glory, about Messi and his road to winning the World Cup in 2022. And it's a good friend of ours named Kayvon, who has been who's been following soccer and been covering, the best players in the world for over 25 years. Him and his team and his collaborators created this book in both English and Spanish that just details all of, that Argentina winning the 2022 World Cup. And he's having an event tomorrow in Miami. I know not everyone here is local to Miami, but if you are, we will be there. It's at Books and Books, which is in Coral Gables, doing a really great event and trivia about the book. But if not, we'll link the book below. You don't have to buy it by any means. It doesn't, we're not getting any kind of like compensation or anything for it. It's just, he's a great guy, and it's going to be a really interesting story. So definitely something to check out. Yeah, and we appreciate him and
Yeah,
spreading the
it's
gospel.
him, it's Kayvan, it's if you guys know Eduardo Vizcayart, he's a guy from ESPN Deportes, from Telemundo and Apple TV, great commentator, and then a great Argentine photographer called Alejandro Pagni. So if you guys can go ahead, go there and support. Again, they're giving away a bunch of free stuff, really cool pictures,
Sick jersey that's
jerseys.
half Inter Miami, half
Yeah,
Argentina. Like I might low key steal it. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, just go on Books and Books, and you can go ahead and RSVP there. I already RSVP'd. Ashley and I will be there. So if you go there, we can also meet and talk. So that'll be exciting. Didn't want to let that go.
No, that was a good shout
Before
out. That was a good
before.
shout out. But
So yeah.
okay,
So now we're
thank
heading
you.
out, and we love you guys. Appreciate it, and catch you guys on the next one.
All right, see you guys next time.